Hi everyone, how you doing? Welcome back. Listen, I know this is not a regular monthly reading. I just felt compelled to get on here today. It is March 4th? I'm not sure. It's a luxury, I know. Welcome back to my Hall of Doors for those of you who are returning. If you want to find out a little bit more about my channel, please check the description box below. Everything, description of the cards I use and everything will be down there. But I just felt compelled to come out and do a reading. It just seems, I'm just feeling like there's a message for somebody that needs to hear it. So we are going to use the Radiant Wise Tarot for the main reading. We will clarify with the traditional Rider-Waite. At the end, I'll be pulling a Fairy Tale Lenormand, which kind of like ties everything all together. I hope you like my new setup. I got some feedback that people would like to see the cards as they come out. So we're going to try that and see how that goes. The very first thing I'm going to do is see what comes out of the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck for you guys. So this is really for whoever needs to hear it. The message, whoever needs to hear it. I have no idea. I don't have any particular theme in mind. I do know that Mercury retrograde has really sucked for a lot of people. I'm a Gemini Sun, Gemini Venus, Mercury Capricorn Moon, and this Mercury retrograde has a lot of heavy energy. As a matter of fact, today I've been having a lot of back pain, and I had pain in my ear, not my inside ear like an earache, but just the outside of my ear. Like I was just sitting on the couch last week and I just started getting these sharp pains all over my ear. And if you've ever seen pictures of acupuncture information online, it shows the ear and it looks, your ear actually resembles a fetus in the womb, like in the fetal position, and your ear kind of represents that same thing. So there are points, acupuncture points on your ear that correspond to every single point in your body. So when I went to the acupuncturist today, I was telling her all the weird symptoms I was having and my back was bothering me. Of course, I'm getting ready to put my intentions in motion for moving. So I've been moving a lot of stuff around my house and out into the garage and stuff. So I kind of strained my back muscles a little, I think. Anyway, she thought it was fascinating about the pain in the ear because it totally relates to the parts in my back that were bothering me. So I got a nice acupuncture treatment and some cupping, which if you're not familiar with that, you can Google it. Cupping, C-U-P-P-I-N-G. I feel so much better. But I'm feeling like there's a message that needs to come out for someone. So let's see what the Goddess Guidance says. Without further ado, this guy wants to come out. Kali, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. And I call your attention to the moon. Mercury is going to go direct March 10th. At least it's going to start that phase. I'm not an astronomer. I'm not an astrologer. But this heavy feeling or can't get out of your head about past feelings, about other people, emotions and things like that, or problems with your car, problems with technology, cell phone broke, la la la. Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, you'll see things start to clear out. If you lost something during Mercury retrograde, you're probably going to come across it. You'll find it. But I think this is very interesting. Her third eye is activated. She's got the peaceful child lotus flower in her hand pointing up at the moon. So old must be released so that the new can enter. So this is going to be a message for somebody, right? Let's see what comes through. So if you're out there listening, I hope that you receive this message and that I hope that it aligns with something that's going on for you in the past, something that's currently happening, or something that will come in the future. And it might be something that's going to be released when the full moon comes on March 9th. And it will be in Pisces, which is another watery emotional sign. So what are the messages for whoever is watching here? Please tell us what the messages are, and whoever's listening, what they need to hear. I have my own spread that I do, so I'm going to proceed with that. I'll shuffle it just a little bit more. Well, those guys want to come out. That guy wants to come out. have shuffled really good. So we're going to do them. So it's a 10 card spread that I did. Bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles in reverse. So I don't know that if you're actually giving up on something, but you've been juggling these for a while. You might be juggling two people. You might be juggling on how to make a decision. You might be feeling like you're very stressed and holding up a lot of balls in the air. This seems to be coming to a close. Now, what also is happening here is we're going to look at the bottom of the deck in a little bit, and I'm going to go underneath and look at a couple of more cards underneath there to see if it tells us some more information. If you're interested and you've forgotten the cards that I said I'm using, it is in the description box below. And, you know, what do we got going on? We got the coronavirus, right? Which, you know, I don't mean to minimize anything, but I was around when H1N1 came out, the swine flu, the bird flu, Spanish flu, might be before my time, maybe when I was a kid. But these flus come up and they're called corona because that's kind of like just the genus. It's novel. Novel means they don't know what it is yet. They don't know how it reacts or behaves. And I seem to think that that's part of the problem. They don't know how exactly it's transmitted to other people. I'm traveling on a plane on Sunday. I'm wearing a mask. I'm going to wear just my winter gloves. And I'm going to keep my mask on the plane, in the airports. And bringing some disinfecting wipes. I might even wipe the driver's, like the steering wheel of the rental car that I get, because it doesn't hurt to take extra precautions, right? And it is domestic flight, so right now they haven't curtailed any of that. But if you look online for statistics, you know, there's staggering statistics that show you how many people die of other things all the time that there's not a lot of press about. So you know, I don't mean to minimize this because, you know, obviously people are getting sick and some people are dying, just as they would though if they got the regular influenza. So just keep that in mind. Try not to panic. I had to stop in Walmart today, and there's absolutely no hand sanitizer left, like the little whatever, and it's fine. I've got plenty of it. I just noticed that as I was checking out, that whole section where they have the little tiny gone. Like, so I don't know whether people are buying it and they're going to sell it on eBay or Etsy. I have no idea. Hopefully you have some samples in your house, right? You got the Page of Pentacles, okay? The Fool in reverse. Oops, oopsie. Seven of Wands. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Wands in reverse. Hierophant. King of Cups, Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. Okay, so let's take a look at this. You know, the old must be released so that the new can enter. You know, you've got this Page of Pentacles. This is a younger person coming in. Pentacles represent your material wealth. It could also be how you think other people perceive you. And it's not a big message, but someone's coming in with maybe a small gift for you, or some information about maybe a potential job, or something that you're happy about that's going to benefit you. It might not come without a small challenge or a little hoop you have to jump through. And then you've got the Fool in reverse. So this guy doesn't feel like the universe has his back, and he's unwilling to take that leap of faith. He might feel a little bit like he's in limbo, or just not able to make a decision about that right now. He might, and as we go further along, I think I know why, but remember, the old must be released so that the new can enter. You've got the Seven of Wands or staves, and this guy is up there defending himself. He doesn't look really prepared because look, he's got two different shoes on. So he ran out to defend himself in haste. So if you are getting ready now, you know, Mercury's in retrograde, and it's not recommended that you make any major purchases or sign anything or have surgeries, anything like that, of course, unless it's absolutely necessary. Then if you do have to sign off on documents or agreements, you know, if you can hold off until Tuesday, the 10th, that's much better. The 11th is even more better. And the end of the month is better. because like March 24th, like some all other planets do a completely different transit, and then you're out of the shadow period of Mercury retrograde as it goes direct. But anyways, if you do have to sign something or you do have to make a purchase, just make sure that you really look very closely at what is going on and what's written in the contract, because you see here you got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So, it might have something to do with money or finances, and you might get a better deal if you wait, right? You've got the Five of Wands in reverse as well, which is a little bit better because you're not, you're out of some sort of conflict or adversity. You've been dealing with somebody, and it might be because of this High Priestess here who's showing up, because, she's telling you to go within, right? To trust your intuition. So she is the highest female in the deck. You've got all of the queens. The Empress is the culmination of all the queens, and then the High Priestess is above the Empress, because the High Priestess is in touch with her spirituality and the yin and the yang, and she's also a mentor, someone you can look up to give you spiritual advice. She represents the female or divine female, from a spiritual perspective. And then you have the King of Cups. So he's a very emotional king. He's someone that comes in that's very loving, but does know how to get things done. He's got a small cup and a very large cup. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So you may have a male energy here around you with this King of Cups. But then you've got the Seven of Cups, which could represent options or confusion. Okay, so if this has anything to do with your finances, like your taxes or a purchase that you're making or a business partnership or something like that, what are we going back to endings and beginnings? The old must be released so that the new can enter. But it does look like you have options here, or you might be confused about what decision you want to make. You've got this, which could also be considered decisions or options. You've got two. Maybe by the end of this cycle or the new moon, you've made the decision, right? So the next card you have is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And this guy is here. He's very resisting, right? He's holding on tight to all of his coins, his material wealth, his properties, his things. In the reverse, you're releasing that, or you're willing to, if this is, I'm thinking that this is a purchase, something that you're trying to purchase or whatever, and here you're ready to let your money go. But then you've got the Seven of Swords, and this is sneaky, shady behavior. This guy's trying to get away with something. So again, Mercury's in retrograde. If you are trying to make a purchase, please make sure you've done your due diligence, and because this guy is sneaking around, right? But the old must be released so that the new can enter. So maybe this is the guy you got to get rid of. And I say guy loosely, male energy, anybody really who's exhibiting shady behavior. So when we go underneath at the bottom of the deck, again, you had the Two of Pentacles in reverse, but then you've got the Page of Swords. So here's someone, this represents gossip or information coming in, or also someone spying on you, like someone who's up in your affairs or looking into something about you, and maybe it has to do with your money. Maybe someone's running a credit check on you, a credit report. And you got the King of Pentacles here. The Knight of Pentacles, and he comes in with money for you, but it's very, very slow. So, if you're looking to make a purchase or buy a car or something like this, maybe they're coming back to you with a counter offer, or maybe you're making a counter offer. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Yeah, maybe you're trading in a vehicle so you can get a new car. Just don't let anyone make a fool of you, right? Okay, let's clarify this Page of Pentacles. Okay, again, you've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. So this is your wounded warrior. You're feeling like you're ready to release that. The old must be released so the new can enter. What else for whoever is listening or watching this right now? What is the message? What do they need to know? What do they need to know to further clarify this reading? guys, you can't. Slow movement. This also could be slow movement in travel. Usually this can also represent air travel, delays, slow movement. We are still in Mercury retrograde. You know, if you're moving to make a purchase of something, it's either going to happen slow or it's cautioning you to go slow. This guy flipped out. Yeah, Two of Wands, a choice that needs to be made. You're standing still. You got the world in your hands, but you're standing still until you're sure you know what you want to do, which is probably good advice if you can at all. Okay, this guy came out in the upright. You had him in the reverse in the main reading. Now he's come out in the upright. You might have been feeling like, yeah, let's go with this, but now the cards are telling you to resist, to hold on before you make this decision. You know, really make sure that you've done your due diligence or have thought everything through. Yeah, the Five of Cups, because you don't want to be crying over spilt milk. Look at him looking down at his spilt cups. He's got 2 full cups behind him, but he's focused on the ones that are spilled. Why is the Fool reversed for whoever's listening and reading this reading, if you're on closed captioned? Why is the Fool reversed here? Obviously too many cards. Someone's got information for you though. Let's see. Do comment below. Let me know how you feel about the cards. Seeing the cards, I don't know if how well you're actually able to see them. They are pretty large. Oh, this guy. Lovers. Again, a choice, a decision. Might be something you really love. You know, in terms of, I said the Fool reversed. You know, let me just put this to you this way. If this is about a car purchase or a house purchase or a major purchase, you got the Lovers. You know, if it's something you really love, like the worst thing you can do, like when you go to buy a car, and I bought several cars completely on my own, and I walk in and, you know, see a single person on their own coming in. Sometimes the car dealerships try to take advantage of you. I'm sorry to say that, but they've tried with me, but it doesn't work with me because I'm a little bit more assertive, obviously. But what do they get you to do? First of all, they get you to stay in the dealership for as long as possible. And what else do they get you to do? Drive the car. Because once you drive the car, you're going to love it. And while you're out in their car, someone else is in your car looking around, picking apart everything that's wrong with it, right? To tell you why they can't give you enough for a trade. Well, we're going to need to do this to it, or it needs new muffler, or the shocks are shot, or, you know, and they're going to keep you in that new car driving around as long as you want. Hey, take it overnight. Just come back tomorrow. We're open tomorrow at 8. Just bring it back tomorrow. So you might not want to show them how much you actually love that new car or the house or whatever. You know what I mean? And don't not do something because I'm telling you. I'm just saying do your due diligence. And that's just a tip on the car thing, because if you've never purchased a car before, let me tell you, that's one of the tactics. You know, once you get that car home at night and it's in your driveway and looking good in front of your house, or if the neighbors come over, hey, what'd you get a new car? Oh, no, I'm just driving it. I have until Thursday. Or you have it in your garage and it like fits in your garage perfect. Or maybe it's green and the shutters on your house are green. It's like, oh, the universe is, you know, just do your due diligence. Are there any other messages for whoever is listening in? Yeah. Guard yourself. Look. Yeah, they're gonna be checking you out. Just to make sure you check them out, right? They'll be doing your background check or your credit report or whatever. Yeah, I'm really feeling that this is something to do with a major purchase. And the old must be released so that the new can enter. So if you're looking at a new apartment, which you're gonna have to move out of your old apartment, or you're looking into buying a new house, but you have to sell your house first, or you've got a car you're trading in, you got to get rid of the old car before you can get the new one, right? That's what I'm feeling, peeps. Let's see if the Fairy Tale Lenormand has any other message for us here. Is there any other message here for who's watching? Cross. Okay. So you get the cross, it's actually on a grave, and there's all kinds of skulls down there, or maybe a mask. You've got what looks to be like a angel or a spirit above the grave, and you've got a young maiden dancing around the grave. Yeah, I told you, these Lenormand, let's see what it says. Cross 36. I'll have to read to you out of the book. Do like, share, and subscribe while we're taking a minute here. Because it helps my channel grow. And for those of you who are already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, just take a minute to click that subscribe button. I know I had one reading last month. There was like 218 viewers, and if everyone had subscribed, it really would have helped the channel grow. So think about that if you could. So cross, burdens, pain, suffering. In The Tale of the Red Shoes, a young girl chooses pretty red shoes over helping her dying foster mother. She is cursed not only to wear the shoes forever, but to dance without stopping, even though she suffers from blisters and bleeding feet. She must keep dancing. Finally, she sees an executioner whom she begs to help her. He chops off her feet, but the shoes go dancing off into the woods. Moved by her cries, he helps her with crutches and a rosary. Finally, she enters a church where her confessions are heard. Once she repents, her aching burden is lifted. A teaching tale from the world of fairy tales brings the message of the cross. What burdens of life are bearing down on you? When the cross appears, there will be sorrow. Pain is to be expected. Remember to carefully review the cards nearby to determine the nature of the suffering and ways you can cope with it. Remember that burdens can be lifted, pain can be eased, and suffering will pass. But don't look away from the cross when it falls to your spread. You are being called to deal with this issue. Well, we know you had some sort of issue to deal with, because it says the old must be released so that the new can enter. So take that as you may. You know more about your situation as it is. I made it into a very material thing, such as purchasing a car or a house. However, I don't see the Chariot card here, which would be, you know, a vehicle, right? So if this is some other thing that's vexing you that you have to let go of, or that you have to make a decision, just make sure that, you know, you really consider this decision, this choice that you need to make, so that you're not being foolish about it. And that I really think that March 9th, you know, that full moon in Pisces, it's supposed to be a super moon, you know, use your intuition here, right? Trust your intuition, go within, and really think about which decision you're going to make so you don't get ripped off one way or the other. Okay? All right, you guys, I hope that was helpful for you. Please do comment below what you think about this new setup. If seeing the cards is helpful for you. I'm going to be gone next week, but I'll be doing some readings while I'm away on holiday. I hope you are all well, and send out good vibes for me about the coronavirus. I mean, I'm not planning to contract anything while I'm gone, and I am going to be taking the necessary, I'll be wearing my PPE, my personal protective equipment. But do be safe out there. Enjoy the reading, and I'll be seeing you again very soon. Peace out.